Good evening everybody, how are you all doing? I hope you're having a good weekend so far. Today is Saturday the 22nd of November 2014 and I'm here to review The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. Oh wow, this was a pretty good movie and very intense, a lot of emotion, especially with what's happened to District 12. We've also got obviously Katniss Everdeen, played awesomely as always by Jennifer Lawrence. She is having, she's not happy about what's happened to Peter. She can't believe that, that he was not rescued after what she did in the Quarter Quell during Catching Fire, and everybody else tried to do their best to save Peter and Anna and Joanna as well, but they couldn't rescue everyone, and obviously when it was revealed at the end of Catching Fire what was really happening, that Plutarch is actually part of the revolution, along with President Alma Coin, played by Julianne Moore. That's when we realised that people are going up against the Capitol, and everything's revealed in this particular film. And remember, this is part one, so we've still got the second half of the movie coming out next year to look forward to as well. Finnick, played by Sam Claflin, he informs Katniss that his love Anna is alive and well, and he starts to feel really heartbroken that he actually says in the film that he wishes that she had been dead instead, rather than being captured at the Capitol. But still, for Katniss, she still is heartbroken about what happened with Peter. Effie Trinket, bless her cottons, played by Elizabeth Banks, she feels like a prisoner, because I forgot to mention that they're all now at District 13. District 13 has been has actually been alive and well. The place has been going, but the people there, the people that reside in there, they're all preparing for war. Basically, they've got their ammunitions. They're located deep underground because even though the Capitol destroyed District 13 and leveled it, everybody's been living underground. So they're holding their own. They're doing pretty well. BT, played by Jeffrey Wright, is now like their how should I put it? They're like their electronics experts, essentially. So he's trying to find a way through to the Capitol to get into their defences and try and put out a message, because what President Alma Coin and Plutarch, along with BT and also Haymitch and even Effie as well, they all want Katniss to be their leader in terms of the Mockingjay. To go up against President Snow, to go up against the Capitol, to send a message to them, to basically say, we are alive, we're well, we're coming for you, this, that and the other. But at the same time, the Capitol are sending their message to Katniss and everybody else, all the other districts, via Peter. And we've got Peter, he's having an interview with Stanley Tucci's character, Caesar, and they're all basically trying to say to the other districts that, look guys, your so-called rebellion is futile, stop it right now because you're only going to make things worse for yourself. We've got Liam Hemsworth's Gale Hawthorne as well, who's also at District 13. He brings a lot of emotion into the film in particular, especially about District 12. When Katniss actually goes back to District 12 to see what has happened, she just cannot believe her eyes, and I couldn't believe it either. I could not believe what had happened there. It was just unbelievable. It was really shocking, and that's when Katniss decides, right, I will be a Mockingjay. I will do what it takes to save as many people as possible. It's really a very, your eyes are well opened in this film. And as the movie goes on, you start to realise what's really happening, what's actually going on with the likes of Peter in particular. Especially, I think this film was more heavily focused on Peter and his, how he's been treated by the Capitol, by President Snow, and it all comes to a head right at the end of the film in particular. Not going to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it yet, but if you have read the books, I'm sure that there's some, you know, similarities in there as well. One thing I will say, I wasn't particularly happy about Natalie Dormer's character, Cressida. I was hoping that she was going to kick a bit of arse in this movie, but it wasn't to be. She's more of a she's a director. She's got her crew, which contained 2 camera guys and someone else. I've completely forgotten what they were doing. But she's like a director, you know, like a journalist in some sense, like a news reporter, basically. So all 4 of them are all going to going to District 12. Then whatever, you know, later on what happens with District 13, they're all there. You're trying to get Katniss to talk to the other districts, but not just the other districts, to send a message to the capital as well. They eventually do. Again, I'm not going to say how, because how the other districts get involved is pretty effective as well. We do see Joanna, played by Jenna Malone. She is only in there for about all of 3 seconds, but we do see her anyway in the film as well, and obviously Anna as well, Finnick's girlfriend, I would imagine, and then but all the while throughout the film, what you're seeing is Madam President, as they were calling her, Al McCoy, pretty much trying to dictate what Katniss should be saying to not just the other districts but also to the capital, and that's when Haymitch comes in and basically says, well, look, you know, you can't tell Katniss what to do. She's got to do it off her own back. She's got to be inspired. And, you know, he mentions 2 particular examples. Well, I say he mentions 2 particular examples, but a couple of examples are brought up. And again, I'm not going to say too much about it, but it really starts to open everybody else's eyes as to what they're doing to Katniss, and realising that, hang on, we're forcing her to do something that she doesn't want to do. We're forcing her hand. We should just let her play it her own way, because that's how she has survived so far. So it'll be interesting to see. And the games that President Snow is playing with Katniss as well, it's so downright mastermind. It's just, he is a psycho basically, but he does it in such an effective way. You know, he's so righteous about it. He's very, very, you know, he's got this whole master, you know, presence about him, and he should have. And we even actually learn a bit of history regarding Snow, and all thanks to Finnick. He starts to reveal a lot of details about President Snow, who he really is, how he rose to the ranks of becoming president of the capital, and you know, it really is effective. Very, very good. So looking forward to part 2 next year. Can't wait to see how it's going to happen, but please go and see part 1. Let me know what you thought of it, because I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. There were some moments where I wanted to cry as well, especially at the end in particular. Very, very heart-wrenching. So yeah, very, very good. So thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you all very soon. Bye.